Welcome back, everybody. In our previous video, we tested out 205 50/16 tires. Today, we're going to be adding 205 55/16 tires to the Honda Fit. That's an additional 0.808 inches in diameter or 20.5 millimeters from the previous setup. From a stock 15-inch rim and tire standpoint, the 205 55/16 is going to be 1.13 inches larger in diameter or 28.9 millimeters. This gives the Fit a little over a half inch of lift, or 0.56 inches to be exact, or 14.45 millimeters. From a stock 16-inch rim and tire setup, the 205 55/16 is going to be 0.886 inches larger in diameter, or 22 millimeters. This gives the Fit a little under a half inch of lift at 0.43 inches, or 11 millimeters. Looks like they've done some work since the last time I was here, so we didn't get to go in and out of the dips like before, but we're going to put down the 4x4 post and then do the log test and see if we gained anything. If you look, it just clears the plastic diffuser and the splash guard on the bottom. Look at that. The old setup, it was pretty flush with the splash guard. Now we got two, probably three fingers. I brought some DIY spikes today, so we're going to try to hammer this down into the ground, drive over it with the front wheels, and we got caught up on the back wheels the previous time, so hopefully that should keep it in place. I kind of hit it with a little momentum, and once the front went over, I continued to drive because I know the back end would get caught up. The plastic spikes did not hold up, so I'm gonna have to make some metal ones. I'm gonna go over it again with the front wheels with a couple more camera angles so we could see if we rubbed any. Nice clearance. Right now for the Fit Flex test, we're going to drive up this with the driver's side and see if we can drive up and over it. Before we were going to bottom out a little bit in the dead center. Now that our car's lifted up roughly a half inch, we should be able to drive up and over it. Hopefully, I'm really excited to see if this one works out. Dropping. It's going to be close. I think that's where I called it quits with the last tire size. So close, so close. So we're gonna drop down roughly 1.5 inches. It's the pinch weld where you jack your car up on. But at the same time, that should go up, maybe. Should I YOLO it? I just rubbed in the center right along the pinch weld. It didn't even make a loud noise. It just barely scratched the paint off. I'm gonna say this is a pass. Could be a little bit better, but definitely way better than the previous one. Hopefully it doesn't slide. Yeah! I'm gonna say roughly 1.25 inches by 33 millimeters. Here, 1.5 inches, and then on the top, like 1.5 inches, almost 40 millimeters. About 1 inch. Much more, like 3 inches or 75 millimeters. Definitely 2.5 over there. Pinch weld. Like 5 3/4, almost 6 inches. We'll say 5 3/4. Little over 6, not quite 6 1/4. The back is 6, maybe 6 1/4 inches. Just under 6.5 for the rear. About 2 inches, maybe 1 inch, a little under 1 inch, and 2.5 in the back. 2 inches. We're gonna say 3/4 inch for the top. And rear, still a good 2 inches. What did I say it was before? 1.5 inch. Now it's fully compressed. I'm gonna say 1/4 inch. Just slightly larger than a finger. I would say it actually fits it perfectly. So that's gonna be about 12 millimeters of room, or just under 1/2 inch to work with. I'm sure if you hit a big enough bump, you probably are gonna rub. Let's get it up on the jack and then give the wheel a full tilt and see if we rub while turning. On this one. So it's roughly 1 inch, maybe 3/4 inch, roughly 2 inches. If we push it out a little bit more to clear the suspension, I'm gonna say that is 7/8 of an inch. We're gonna go with 20 millimeters of clearance, or roughly 7/8 of an inch. Now we have the driver's side tire turned toward the passenger. That's a good 2 inches all the way across. I'm gonna turn it toward the driver's side. As you can see, we're cutting it close a little bit while turning. This is actually just plastic that could be pinned back. The tab just popped out. Probably 7/8 of an inch again to work with. So if we go up a larger tire size, so we're gonna install the lift kit next before we go up another tire size, but in order to go up another tire size, we might have to get a different offset rim because we have 7/8 of an inch to work with here. We might be able to go up slightly larger. We have another 7/8 inch clearance here. This is mostly plastic, so I'm not too worried about it, but we might have to start trimming or rolling the fender to go up another tire size. But that'll be in the future. The lift kit's gonna come next.
How's it going? Good?
Yeah, I just lifted my car.